Up next in Technology Thursday, a look at so-called cord nevers, people who aren't interested in anything other than traditional TV. We'll take a look at that.
Information to make cash and save cash. The WBBM Noon Business Hour continues.
Well, it is Technology Thursday on the WBBM Noon Business Hour. This afternoon, we're looking at the expanding group of Americans not cutting the cord, but never getting the cord. We're talking about it with Tim Hanlon, founder and CEO of the media consultancy firm Vertere Group in Chicago. Tim, welcome back to the program.
Hi, Regine. Thanks.
So tell us what a cord never is, first of all, and why this is a growing part of the market.
Yeah, we've talked about before about how people are not necessarily watching television in ways we historically believe they have been. This category, cord nevers, basically is a term that refers to people generally younger in age, certainly high school, college, just out of college, viewers of television who have kind of grown up with the optionality, I guess, of television, meaning that they're not sort of embedded or inured to paying for television. They are essentially not convinced that paying for a cable subscription package of programming is needed. And frankly, they can kind of get the stuff that they want to watch kind of a la carte as they want to from various means. So people not sort of growing up with the belief that one of the first things they have to do when they get to their dorm room or their new apartment to get a cable subscription. Quite the opposite. So
is this comparable to those people, or is it the same people who never get a landline phone, just get cell phones?
It's certainly a potential corollary to that. It's a belief set, maybe not unlike, say, an urban dweller with a new job not getting a car or going through the hassle of having a car in the city when you can effectively rent or a car via something like a zip car. Same thing.
This is going to continue to grow, it seems, with millennials. Cable and satellite providers, they're going to have no choice but to adjust here, right?
Yeah, adjusting certainly. The cable bundle folks will definitely be, you'll see a lot more of consideration of sort of these more, I guess you could call them either starter packages or optional packages that are much thinner, much less expensive, perhaps a little bit more compilable, where you can kind of pick and choose your own channels. If you believe some of the data that we're seeing, Forrester Research put out a study a couple of days ago that said by 2025, which is 10 years from now, upwards of half of adults under the age of 35 won't be paying for a traditional cable subscription at all. So if you're a current cable operator or cable or satellite operator, you've got to start thinking about changing the bundles and the offerings and the packages to accommodate this new and younger growing group of people.
Now, how much of this is because of just the desire for on-demand? Seems like so many people, they want it when they want it, and traditional TV is very much watch it when we decide to put it on.
Yeah, there's no doubt that technology, Cisco, has played a huge role in facilitating all of this. Just even within the last 2 or 3 years, consumers have effectively become trained, and you could argue that the DVR and TiVo kind of got us off and running on that concept where it is much more discretionary to the consumer's needs and timing. To be able to record, to be able to access something on demand, the cloud, which is a term that we've heard sort of more generally now, where literally everything or lots of things are accessible truly on our own time. And that upsets a lot of the business models of television over the last 50, 60 years. So
for investors, is it better to own a company that produces the content rather than a company that delivers it?
Yeah, it's a complicated answer, but the basic response to that is if you own the content, you have a lot more opportunities to control where it's distributed and consumed and monetized, yes.
All right, Tim, thanks so much for spending a few minutes with us. Tim Hanlon, founder and CEO of the media consultancy firm Vertere Group here in Chicago.